The world around you feels remarkably solid. You wake up, feel the weight of your blanket, hear the city noise, and plan your day. It seems like an unshakable reality, a foundation you can trust without question. But you are here for a reason. If you clicked on this video, it means a barely noticeable crack has appeared within this flawless scenery. Most people live in a state that the ancients called waking somnambulism. It is not a lack of consciousness, but it's total and utter automation. We react to external stimuli like complex biological machines. We get angry at traffic, feel a rush from notifications, and tremble before the future. But there comes a moment, a brief flash in the dead of night, when you suddenly freeze and ask, who is observing this? If this question triggers not just intellectual interest, but a strange, physical sensation of recognition, then the noise of the world has begun to fade. This video is not for everyone. It is a filter for those who have reached the edge of their habitual perception. We are going to talk about a realization that is impossible to unsee. Once the veil is lifted, there is no way back to the cozy embrace of the dream. If you are truly ready, let us look behind the curtain of your own mind. The primary lie we have been fed since birth is the concept of our absolute isolation. We were taught to believe that we are small, fragile islands in an infinite and often hostile ocean. There is a me inside this skull and a world outside. This outside world is perceived as cold, indifferent, and alien. But high philosophy and depth psychology suggest otherwise. What you call the outer world is, in fact, a complex projection of your inner landscape. You do not see the world as it is, you see it as you are. Your readiness to wake up begins with the realization of this shocking fact. The boundaries between the subject and the object are transparent. You are not a victim of the world. You are the space in which the world happens. But are you ready for this responsibility? Imagine looking at the night sky. You think you are a tiny observer, and the stars are distant, giant balls of gas. But without your consciousness, without your act of perception, those stars are merely mathematical probabilities. You are the one who gives them light and beauty. You are the co-author of reality. When this realization penetrates the depths of your being, you stop being a victim of circumstances. You become their center. Are you ready to admit that your unhappy fate might be a reflection of your own unhealed traumas and hidden beliefs? To understand how we sleep, we must understand the architecture of our perception. We live in a prison of definitions. As soon as we give something a name, tree, love, fear, we stop truly seeing it. We begin to interact with the label, not the essence. Awakening is the process of deconstructing these labels. Imagine you have worn glasses with red lenses your entire life. You were convinced the world was red. You suffered from this redness or admired it. But readiness comes when you finally notice the frame on your face. You realize that anger is not you. It is simply a red filter placed over the clear light of your consciousness. Those who are not ready will cling to their glasses with rage. It is terrifying to see the world without distortions because they don't know who they are without them. For the ready person, the moment of detecting the filter becomes the greatest liberation. The world does not change. The one who looks changes. And in this shift lies the key to everything we call the magic of life. This is the first step towards sovereignty. Why is this realization available only to a few? The answer lies in biology and the psychology of survival. Our brains evolved not to know the truth, but to ensure safety. And the truth is the most unsafe thing imaginable. It destroys the stability the ego built for decades. In psychology, there is a term called cognitive dissonance. When new information threatens our core worldview, the brain enters defense mode. We ridicule, devalue, or simply ignore what doesn't fit into our comfortable dream. We protect the walls of our own mental prison. But for the one who is ready, a critical point is reached. This is the moment when the pain of staying in a lie, even a comfortable and socially approved one, becomes more unbearable than the fear of the unknown truth. This is your point of no return. It is like waking up in a dark room. At first, you are terrified because you don't understand where you are. You reach for familiar things, but they aren't there. But as your eyes adjust to the darkness, you begin to see the true outlines of reality. This is not euphoria. It is not a rush of joy. It is a surge of icy, crystal clear clarity. Clarity is the only solid ground under the feet of an awakened person. It is the end of hope and the beginning of true presence. Let us ask the most dangerous question. Who are you without your story? If right now I take away your name, your nationality, your profession, your memories of victories, and the bitterness of your defeats, what remains? What is the I that is left behind? Your ego is not you. It is a complex tool of adaptation, a mask you began to forge in childhood to please your parents, to survive school, to fit into society. You have worn it so long that it has grown into your skin, mimicking your true face. Most of your anxieties, conflicts, and night terrors do not happen to you. They happen to your mask. The mask fears aging. The mask craves likes and validation. The mask trembles at the thought of its own insignificance. But you are the silent presence observing the mask. This is the most painful part of the journey. We are so identified with our character in this social theater that we fear losing it. But awakening is not about gaining superpowers. It is about the total loss of everything that is not essentially you. It is the voluntary death of your false self to give room for true awareness. If you feel a slight chill in your chest right now, it is your ego resisting. It knows its end is near. This resistance is the proof that you are on the right path. Awakening is often romanticized as a flight into the light. But those who have gone through it know, the path to the light inevitably leads through the abyss. To truly wake up, you must face your shadow, everything you have suppressed and hidden in the basement of your mind. Readiness means the ability to embrace your darkness, to acknowledge your envy, your cruelty, and your most shameful weaknesses. An awakened person understands that evil is not an external force. It is simply a lack of awareness. It is a fragmentation of the soul. This is a moment of great humility. You stop looking for someone to blame for your troubles. You realize the world is a giant echo chamber. What you send into it is what returns. This is heavy knowledge. It robs you of the right to righteous anger. Now, a choice stands before you. It is not a choice made once, but one you must make every morning, every moment. Will you return to the comfortable semi-sleep where everything is predictable, or will you continue to look into the open abyss of reality? Many choose the first option. They touch the truth, get frightened by its scale, and quickly cover themselves with the blanket of everyday life. Work, small worries, and endless consumption. There is no guilt in this. Not everyone is ready to live without their skin. But if you have stayed until this moment, your self is already cracked. You are infected with the truth. Look out the window. Right now, the world remains the same, but you have become different. And that is the only thing that matters in the entire universe.